This video looks at key structural elements used in designing prompts for large language models, or LLMs. A well-structured prompt helps to ensure that the generative AI model understands the exact task or information you want it to generate. By providing clear instructions, you can reduce ambiguity and increase the likelihood of producing the desired output. You can also include elements in your prompt to customize and shape the response to fit your specific use case. For example, you can include elements in the prompt to yield a particular style of writing. Using structured prompts also helps with developing and scaling generative AI capabilities across an organization. A consistent set of prompt elements reduces the effort to write and compare related prompts. Employing consistent structures also reduces the effort to scale from experiments into production applications. This slide lists common elements that you should have in your toolbox. Some prompt elements focus on telling the model exactly what to do, while others focus on customizing the results to meet a specific use case. Let's take a look at 3 elements for describing what you want the model to do: task description, instructions, and response format. The task description clearly defines the objective or problem the LLM should address. In this example, write a blog post about the potential health impacts of plant-based diets. Instructions tell the model how you want it to perform the task. In this example, the prompt instructs the model to complete 3 steps. 1, categorize the information into short-term and long-term impacts. 2, summarize each category. And 3, write a concise conclusion. The response format includes directions for formatting and presenting the response. In this example, the format should include a title, introduction, body, and conclusion sections, and each section title should be followed by a colon. When you run the prompt with these 3 elements, the results reflect the topic, instructions, and format prescribed. How else might you guide the model? Well, think of an actor who's been given a script and asked to perform it on stage. What do they need to know to give the performance you're expecting? Without additional direction, they're going to perform based on their own experience and understanding, and they might even improvise lines or gestures based on their take. You need to give them enough direction to present it the way you want it. And it might take a few tries to figure out exactly what you need to tell them to get it right. Use elements like these to give additional guidance that the model needs to get its performance right. Use input data, context, or examples to improve the relevancy of the results. In this example, we add the context that the goal of the blog post is to promote a balanced view of plant-based diets. By including a persona or role, you can tell the model the perspective it should take as it works to form a response. In this example, the role is a high-energy TV chef who's passionate about food education. This descriptive role gives the model a better understanding of the tone you want to express. Likewise, the audience is often important for getting the desired response. In this example, the audience is teenagers. The role and audience you specify might influence the tone and style, but you can also explicitly request a specific type of response. For example, friendly, lighthearted, formal, or serious. The final example element puts some boundaries around the response. This could be limiting the size of the response, or as in the example, directing the model to explicitly avoid certain topics. Now, when we run the updated prompt, the results reflect the change in tone and content based on the added elements.